That is one way of saying it negatively. The positive way of saying it, because English teachers and English curriculums are more adaptive, they are ready to accept changes very quickly than others. That's why this is being done. Okay. Now this LOCF has in its background one ism, right? Behaviorism, cognitivism. Now we have moved to constructivism. So you are what you do, you are what you think. Right? I'm trying to as brief as possible. From there, the learner will construct his learning. Right? He will. My perception of MA English, it is constructed one, and it is constructed when I did all this. When I went through it, then only I came to know that it is good or bad. Now, after 10 years of it, I am in a position maybe to tell whether it was a good decision or not. Financially, it was very good. Right? But from 2000, and Morrison is a witness to that, from 2005 to 2009, this was the foolish decision I had taken in my life. Because I was out of job. And I regretted many things. I thought those who are doing BTech, they were better placed. Those who were doing BSc, they had something in hand. And I was learning the tricks of the trade. Right? Okay. So now at this stage I tell that it was a very good decision. Now from that, if the learner is going to construct his learning, what he has to learn, he is going to decide then what is the teacher doing. So from blended learning, we are moving towards flipped classroom. What is a flipped classroom? Whatever he used to do in the classroom will be done at home, and whatever he used to do at home will do in classroom. That is a flip. So we have changed. Now what will happen is, you want to teach him essay writing, give him the sources, text, let him try them, study them at home, let him come with a piece of writer, and you evaluate it in the classroom and discuss it. So are we not going towards the counselor's job? To a certain extent we are going. Anyways, I know I need to be a little quick, I will do that. Now evaluation has also changed. The way we used to evaluate. And there are many innovative ways, there are many good ways of evaluation that have been introduced. And teachers, mostly, I say whatever new way of evaluation you introduce, the most important person who benefit from it is teacher. Right? Okay. Now, as I said, the objective exams, OMR sheets, right? All that has reduced a lot of work. There was a time when many great scholars used to assemble in a decamp, right? In a central assessment place, right? Develop human relationships, right? My uncle used to tell me that he made friendship with a professor from Udayagiri College, during his days of evaluation in the decamp. Showing the answer to the student in the presence of a security guard. This is the truth, right? This is the truth. Now, so the student will look at it and say, "Sir, this is happening. I did that yesterday and came." Okay, sir, here you will have to improve my marks. So I have to convince him. Right? I have to convince him. And why this is being said? Because the policy is, testing is not to decide the grades, testing is part of learning. What? Right? Why we are doing it? Because he should know his mistakes and maybe in the next semester he should not commit them. And we know what happens. Once he is sure that he can improve his marks, right? There are procedures as well. If the student is not convinced at this level, he can complain. Lodge a complaint against the teacher. This is all being done before uploading the marks. Right? So he will write to the HOD. HOD will formulate a committee in which the examiner will be there, and apart from the examiner, there will be one expert and HOD himself. So three of them will sit together, and you know how good our relations are with our HODs. Right? And more than HODs we manage, sir. Right? But more than HODs, how good our relations are with the senior colleagues. They are waiting for such opportunities, sir. So the minute they get it, what they will do is, these mobile cameras, Note 7G Pro. So, but the basic idea is, testing is no more a place where you decide the result. Testing is a tool for learning. I'll give just one example of that which is written there. How I passed my HSC. In those days, I remember Navneet used to publish 21 most likely, and that is my way to getting a first class in HSC. Right? How did I, most of us, net set preparation. Don't you think that solving the old papers is one way of learning it? Right? So we are doing that. So we are already doing testing as part of learning. We are already doing. The only thing is we have not उसको ऐसा highlight करके red color में अलग से नहीं बताया. Right? Okay, next. Now, why I added teaching of literature in this particular part of trends in ELT? Because those who are doing research in ELT, they think that doing research in how to teach. I did my PhD from SRTM University under the supervision of Dr. Shailaja Madikar, and my topic was developing speaking skills. Because I had my idea that I would go with this to a BPO. Okay. So, because I was doing well with the spoken English classes, but meanwhile I qualified SET and the whole story changed. So, scope of research. There is a lot of scope of doing research in how to teach poetry, how to teach drama, and we are not looking at that. So, if you are a new supervisor, if you are a new researcher, please concentrate on how to teach the literature part, how to teach theories itself. Right? And you need to tell, unless you tell, maybe at least you can fill up that gap. You can fill up that gap of what I said in the beginning, that we are not taught about how to. The training is not given. Okay. So the training is not given. We can fill that with the research that we can do. And the next thing is, this comes to the research part as well and to the MA level as well. So I cleared my plus 2 with Navneet 21 most likely, and I academic writing, creative writing, these are the next stages, and we have to do that because they all are our products. Right now, if you feel for 1 minute that Sunny is speaking, making some sense through his speech, so it will be a proud moment for Moresa, because I am his alumni. I am from his college, the college to which he belongs. Right? So if you want those proud moments in your life, please train your students to apply theories. Okay. Now, the last one with the red one. I did not tell the pattern of my PPT, right? I used only two colors. So the red one is the prominent one. At the PG level, the most important task that we are doing is preparing them for competitive exams. Right? And that is where we are, again, that is also essential for our NAC and other ratings. We are separately organizing workshops for that. Why can't we mold our teaching into that line? Why can't our syllabuses answer to that? Right? Please think over it. Because if you are not preparing your students for this, because I know, I don't remember the year, but there was 1 year in SRTM University where out of thousands of students, none could qualify PET. I think it was in English, right? If you remember. So if none is able to qualify PET, does it mean that if somebody is reading Manache Shlok is already literature. But if somebody can do his research in English department on the Kirtan practices in Maharashtra. That is the extent of cultural studies. And that is already done in Urdu, right? Under the supervision of Raman Kamble. Right? So the Kirtan practices of Maharashtra, right, have become part of literature or literary studies. That is the new trend. One of my senior colleagues has done research on this Amar Chitra Katha, right, and the paintings in it. Remember the Panchtantra books we used to read that. I read Panchtantra in Urdu, right? I know that. Okay. So if you go to that, the pictures that were used there, because there is a new term called graphic novels, right? So analyzing those pictures in Amar Chitra Katha is part of PhD research in English. Don't restrict yourself to the feminist study of A, B, C, D, E, F. Right? Don't keep adding the new names. Okay. It all talks about interdisciplinary approaches because culture itself is not one discipline. Because when we talk about culture, are we talking about food that defines culture? Is it religion that defines culture? For instance, Muslim. So Muslims, the way they live in Kashmir is different, the way they live in Maharashtra is different, the way they live in Kerala is different. So religion doesn't define culture. Right? Food. So an amalgamation, a mixture of all of them is culture. So if you are approaching to the cultural studies, you have to approach to it through an interdisciplinary approach. You are approaching in the jungle, right, where there is all possibility that you will lose your way. But again, I give one more example from IFLU. A boy did his PhD in English on poetics of piety. Poetics of piety, that is the title. Actually, ये भी थोड़ा catchy title है. The practices among Muslims related to what they sing during various prayers. And why do we feel? Why do people attending those kirtans say that they get peace of mind? Right? Why do they feel like that? So there is some element of piety instilled in them. And Ramdas in his Manache Shlok says, Mana Shreshta Dharishta Jivi Dharave, Mana Bholane Neetsa Soshi Kazave, Samay Sarvada Namru Vache Vadave, Mana Sarva Lokan Sire Nirovave. So, is it just okay to be proud of Ramdas being a Marathi poet? Or is it important to implement that piety into our lives That is the point we can ask when we do it as part of cultural studies. So please do not limit yourselves to the printed word. Cultural studies invites you to extend beyond the printed word. I'm coming to a close. These are the ego criticism thing I told you. I need not tell you ego criticism was popular in 2006. It is no more popular, right? If I have to tell. Now we are moving towards, from ego we are concentrating now on disaster narratives. I have listed those texts. All of them are, except that Wave. Wave is a text written by a Sri Lankan writer which talks about tsunami. The other two texts are written by Indian authors. Quest for Kriya is a fantasy book, and it begins with Latur earthquake. Right? It begins with the Latur earthquake. Animals People is a book which deals with Bhopal gas tragedy. So can we look at them as the new narratives in the Indian? We need not go by the caste of the writer, right? Here. Okay. Geocriticism talks about geography and literature. So how places they define the persons. Some of you, those who know me from beginning, might have this feeling that he has improved a little because he has moved to Hyderabad. So places define or affect the personality. And there are various human spaces, there are imaginary spaces as well. There are places about whom we imagine, utopias. Right? And there are places by stereotypical images that we have. For instance, if I say, have you visited any slum? No. But do you know what a slum is? How it will be? This is the imaginary space. And who has polluted this imaginary space will be the culprit on the judgment day. Right? So she hasn't visited the slum, but she knows how a slum will be. Okay. These are the books that are related only with the Delhi city. Based on one city I have listed. You can go for Bombay, you can go for any other, because new cities, city literature is also one of the new things that is going on. Now, other subalterns. Widows. When will we talk about them? Why is, I attended a conference in Basveshwar College, right? And I presented a paper in presence of P.V. Ramakrishnan, the editor of Indian Journal of Literature. So, the paper was on Shashi Deshpande's Roots and Shadows because our university had prescribed it at BA first year. So, what happens in Roots and Shadows and all Indian women's writing literature is the lady is living a happy life or a sort of happy life, and one fine day she confronts herself and says that this is not the way I should. Fire in the Mountain, the same happens. Roots and Shadows, the same happens. And how she realizes this? She realizes this when she enters into an extramarital affair. So now feminism comes in and says that extramarital affair is the way out of asserting. Because all our narratives of women literature, they go, but she's not aware of her personality, she's in search of her identity, and one fine day she finds her identity. Read all the literatures and prove me wrong that don't they find their identities by entering into an extramarital affair. PhD thesis for you. Child Widows, the novel by Pepsi Sidwa. Dalit Widow, A Grief of Change by Shivkami, Tamil writer. War Widows, Tehmina Anam from Bangladesh, A Golden Age, and Half Widow. Now, what is this half widow? In Kashmir, they call as half widow. There are women called as half widows because they don't know whether their husbands are alive or not. They are missing. husbands are missing. So she is neither married nor a widow. Neither a married woman nor a widow. तो मैरिड तो होना चाहिए, क्या बोलते हैं दूसरा वर्ड, वो विडो का अपोजिट, whose husband is alive. Okay. हाँ. Right. Prisoners as another suburban. Dalit literature has contributed a lot, and with due respect, this is the after Vijay Tendulkar, if something of Maharashtra is being taught out of Maharashtra, is Dalit literature. If people from other places doing research on somebody from Maharashtra, is Dalit literature. Right? After Vijay Tendulkar, I say. Prisoners, these are all Indian books. These are all Indian books. The way the secretary of this college read out his brief sketch in the lighter vein, it is part of narrative gerontology. What a person feels after being old. Right? And Vradha Vimarsh हिंदी में एस्टैब्लिश हो गया है, gerontology as aging studies English में भी एस्टैब्लिश हो गया है. If we have not looked at it, we can. The easiest way is suggest this to your new research scholars. All of you are going to be research supervisors. Because as supervisors, we all know that we will have to read his thesis more than what he has read. Right? Disabilities. There is a complete branch of literature called disability studies. Complete branch of literature. Check next. Let me conclude with medical humanities. There are writings about, if you are not interested in village, if you are not interested in agrarian society, if you are interested only in the right so-called hi-fi society, hi-fi culture, right? There are a lot of writings which deal with, which are related to illness narratives, like Yuvraj Singh, Lisa. How you look at the patient? Do you look at the patient as a doctor? Do you look at the patient as a human being or a subject? As a human being or a body? That is the whole debate that Rajiv Irani and right, the writers of the movie they take us to. Right? That is the debate. That whether we should treat the patients as human beings or not. So instead of medical gaze, we need to see the context of illness, and there are particular contexts, right? And we need to humanize the doctors. That's where humanities is being introduced in the medical colleges. That's where humanities is being introduced in engineering colleges. Our tech-savvy people need to be human beings first. Right? This is always said in terms of the benefits of arts, or the benefits of studying humanities. Right? Science will tell you how to make an atom bomb, but humanities will tell you where to use and where not. Right? That's the real thing that we need to do. And there are various, when we read all these things, we come to right. So medical, some people are not in right? Okay, if I am allowed, okay, my time is over, I will not say that. So, the thing was, there is a huge scope of dealing with all this. I think,
Sir, thank you very much. We are enlightened with your very simple but significant method, and you touched upon so many aspects, not only in language but in literature also, and you gave us a new perspective to looking at language and literature. Definitely, we will include all these aspects in our teaching as well, and we will recommend the good subjects for our research students. So thank you very much, sir.